So in this video, I actually want to talk about Hollywood is dying, will theaters survive in the future? There has been some talk about how there hasn't been a good movie since 2023, which I'll also use some examples, and we will see if that's actually true or if it's an overreaction. I also have another subtopic where it's who actually wins if you stay at home, and that actually deals with those who wait for everything to stream and they don't really go out and support the movie theaters. And finally, I actually want to talk about why theaters will survive in the future. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with the first subtopic that's titled, There Hasn't Been a Good Movie Since 2023. Everybody certainly remembers this film. It's a movie that's called Saltburn, and I remember going to AMC. I did a double feature. I had watched this movie first, followed by the film Thanksgiving. And with this film not only did well at the box office, but it gained a lot of traction when it made its way to Amazon Prime. Okay, so for our next film, not only did this film do well in the theater, but the moment it made its way to Disney Plus, it just took this film to another new height. This movie was filmed standard. It had black and white imagery. There was some wild, vivid colors, and of course we have the big cast of this movie. This is a movie that's called Poor Things. And again, it was a film that came out in 2023. Next up, we have a film that actually stars Keanu Reeves, his character within the John Wick series. This is John Wick Chapter 4. Not only did this movie do well in IMAX, and of course I got the chance to see it in IMAX and also see it again in Dolby Cinema, but this was a film at that time where it was big, and it was supposedly supposed to be the last movie, but this film is one of the best movies for 2024. Here we have another movie that came out in 2024. This one was in the Oscar race. Of course, you see Mikey Madsen, and this is a movie called Honora. And this was definitely a movie that I got a chance to watch on Hulu. I can see why this movie was in the Oscar race with Simon Baker directing, and of course Mikey Madsen ended up winning an Oscar for this performance. Okay, so we have another film that came out in 2024 called Conclave. This film, it actually has Ray Fiennes. He was an Oscar contender at that time, and unfortunately he didn't win. It ended up going to Adrien Brody for The Brutalist. This is a movie that I didn't get a chance to see in the theater. However, I will say that I saw it afterwards, and I definitely recommend that you check it out if you haven't seen the movie. It's really good. Alright, here's that movie that I was talking about. Adrien Brody winning in The Brutalist. This film has some amazing cinematography. We know that he's in this film, as well as Guy Pearce, as well as Felicity Jones. You know, the acting is definitely something in this movie. It's a very long movie. I got a chance to see it on HBO Max a long time ago. And of course, I know that not everybody likes this film. However, if you haven't seen the film, maybe you should check it out. The Brutalist. This film right here just really blew me away. This is a film that didn't get a whole lot of buzz when it came out in the theater. It's about a disfigured man who goes through a cosmetic procedure, and he ends up having like a regular normal face. And this is played by Sebastian Stan. This was a film that just really surprised me with the twists and turns in the movie, the acting, and just how dark of a thriller this film is. I definitely would recommend that people check this out. I got a chance to watch this on HBO Max. Here we have another film that has won a lot of awards. It's within the Oscar season. It's a film that came out in 2025 called Sinners. And of course, not only do we have this film Sinners, but there's also One Battle After Another. There are some other films that are part of the Oscar contender race. And we know that, as I've shown with these examples, 2023 has had some good movies. 2024 has had some good movies. And 2025, that happened just last year, has had some amazing films. So there's no way that someone can actually say that there hasn't been a good movie since 2023, because clearly that is an overreaction. Next up, we have this subtopic called Who Wins If You Stay at Home? And I'm actually referring to those people who prefer to stay home, watch streaming content, as opposed to heading out to the theater. Now, I'm not making a diss on anybody that enjoys to do this kind of leisure activity. However, I will say that because I am a content creator, someone who has 3 channels, I also work a regular job, and I'm a musician, I myself don't have enough time to really go through and find various shows to get into and to also sit there for hours watching content. It's not to say that I don't watch content, because I do go to my sister's. She has a couple of streaming services that I tend to go through, and usually I will catch up on certain type of shows and see some of the latest movies, which are actually worth my time. One thing I can say is that what will be interesting is the Paramount, Netflix, Warner Brothers bidding thing that's going on. I think that Paramount, they are pretty much going to be owning Warner Brothers. They're going to be merging. So my question is, will this have an effect on the price? Will the price be more? We know that Hulu and Disney, those two have kind of merged together. So I'm just wondering if all these different streaming services will have a higher price increase within the future.